To have a brain charge helps me to get set up for the next part of our day. So I am just going to sit in my chair, plant my feet on the ground. Some of you have stools to help you plant your feet, to get you ready. I truly understood that it was all about the student finding their own way, that it wasn't me telling them how to do it, that every child had to figure it out for themselves. And therefore, I started asking them, you know, what does it do for you? And taking the language away from them, because I tended to use the word relax when it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with them preparing their brains for learning.
I go in once a week for 30 minutes for about 10 different sessions. And when I start in there, I started talking about what we're going to do. We're going to start charging our brain, get into a spot in our head where we feel safe and comfortable. And where is that place? I said, well, sometimes, you know, we just get so inundated by what we're not doing well and how we can fix it, that maybe taking that 60 seconds and just get into a spot of what we're doing well, getting that picture in your brain of what you're doing well, so they can see success. And a lot of the kids, I would say at least more than half, you could see the smiles on their face. And none of it was really about school. Most of it was everything they were doing outside of school. So we got to learn more about the kids. And I think they appreciated that. And they got to see their classmates in a different light. So it has been very eye-opening for me. It's helped me to just center myself when I go into a classroom, and I think they're getting more centered, and how they can use it within their life. Not just 30 minutes that I come in and we do it for 60 seconds, but how do they use it all day long? So I really feel that the kids have made some really great progress with it. My hope is that the teachers continue it, because I did have some teachers who are a little like, oh, what is this? But they have embraced it. And once I leave, I am going to ask them to continue, and then I will follow up with them. But I can really see the difference. They're just more settled. They're not as anxious.
I'm Dr. Reggie Melrose, creator of 60 Seconds. You know, it's really changed my own life, and so to get to practice it and share it with clients and students and my own son has been a huge joy in my life. Just to feel myself getting better, more and more well every day, and to see my clients getting well quickly, and students feeling their power and their place, their focus, their capacity to concentrate better. To see my son, you know, finding him somewhere doing the 60 seconds, unprompted. It's just joyful. It's a very fun way to live, a conscious way to live.
I'm a school psychologist, and I tutor. So I work with students that have academic difficulties or behavioral difficulties, usually kids who come to me as a last resort. So the parents are at their wits' end, the teachers have tried behavioral modifications in the classroom, prescribing drugs is an issue. I can think of a specific student I used the 60 seconds with. The parents have chosen not to use drugs or medication. This girl has been possibly diagnosed with ADHD. I personally don't believe in the diagnosis, and therefore I'm very comfortable using the 60-second tool for self-regulation to help this child in lieu of drugs.
You know, we also, from these tools, get freedom from the noise of our brain, the thoughts, the constant buzzing, the streamline, you know, the constant stream of thought after thought and direction after direction. And, you know, there are criticisms going on, judgments going on, there's, you know, old stories going on, beliefs and labels, and so much junk clogging up our mind. And when we're able to free that through the use of 60 seconds, and I know yoga can do it, I know meditation can do it, there are other, you know, really beautiful ways. We can go hiking in the mountains, and it has that same kind of impact on our physiology. But I don't have that kind of time in my everyday. You know, I may be able to do that once a week, but in my everyday, I can certainly, while doing something else, do the 60-second rules, because you don't have to stop and sit. You don't have to find quiet time. You can do it standing up, just feeling your feet on the ground and breathing in through your nose. No matter where you are or what you're doing, you can use an element of this tool that will, by the way, rewire the brain. Neurons fire for those tools to start to happen more and more and more automatically, because when neurons fire, they find each other to form a neural pathway, and the more that we engage in the tool, the more those neural pathways get stronger. They embed themselves in the structure of the brain, and then the behavior becomes automatic. It actually becomes our state, our new physiological state and way of being.
Well, I used to be like really nervous when I was going to take a math test, but then after I come in and finish brain charge, I feel a little bit better and more confident in myself about taking the test.
It's really helping, and it makes you calm to release your stress, and because of that I got like B's and A's.
Usually I only see blackness, and so when we did the brain chart, I felt like I have people around me, like it's like this is a safe place to go. So when I first started our addition tests, I really couldn't go to that place, but then one day when we were taking a test, I was all tensed and stuff, but then I just released all my worries and went there, and all my worries are just out of my brain.
I just wanted to say 60 seconds really helped me with a lot of things in school, like taking math tests, because I'm not necessarily confident in schoolwork.
How do you feel right now? Let's see. If you're a 10, raise your hand with 10 fingers. Only if you're a 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was in a car accident not too long ago. It was around Christmas time, and it was the week before we went on the break. And as soon as I got off the car, I couldn't control my emotions. And even just thinking about it right now, it brings those emotions somehow. So I squat on the floor, and I just started doing it until my daughter got there, and the principal and everybody in the school that wanted to come and help me, they got there, and I feel better. Then I feel ready to go talk to the police officer, and I feel ready to go talk to the lady who had hit me to make sure that she was okay.
The great thing about the 60 seconds is that it's pervasive. It doesn't matter if you're a 7-year-old and you've got crazy daytime energy trying to go to bed, or you're in a chaotic situation that's demanding a lot of yourself. Just take 60 seconds and you're going to feel what's more natural for you to be feeling.
I needed to really figure out how we were going to get results as quickly as possible. That's what schools demand, results. And certainly in this age of raising test scores, we've really needed to learn how to get results quicker. But I don't want to get results without feeling good. That's just not what I'm about. So I had to figure out a way to get results, but to get them feeling good. And I knew from the neuroscience, and studying the neuroscience now for many years, that we only do well when we feel good. It is a neuroscientific fact. We only do well when we feel good.